Hi and welcome to a new Releases of the Week special as we look at the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 launch lineups. So let's start with the Xbox One only titles. First up is Crimson Dragon, an upcoming rail shooter video game. The game features 6 types of dragons, over 100 skills and 3-player online co-op. Also, the dragons can be leveled up by feeding them food earned during missions. Next up is the survival horror game Dead Rising 3. With intense action and unmatched level of weapon and character customization, Dead Rising 3 delivers a heart-pounding experience unlike any other as you fight for survival in a massive open world teeming with thousands of the undead. Next up is Fighter Within, a game that makes full use of the Kinect, providing players the excitement of a real fighting competition while battling their friends to earn their bragging rights. Next up is Forza Motorsport 5, the latest entry in the racing series by Turn 10 Games. The game will ship with 200 cars from over 50 manufacturers and 14 circuits. By comparison, Forza Motorsport 4 shipped with approximately 500 cars from over 80 manufacturers and 27 circuits. Next up, the legendary Killer Instinct fighting game franchise is back, with next generation visuals, over-the-top action and wild cast of combatants, rocking reactive music and combo breakers. The game will have a free game demo that includes only one playable character with the ability to purchase additional fighters individually. Next up is Loco Cycle, a motorcycle racing game developed by Twisted Pixel, the guys who brought us Explosion Man and Miss Explosion Man. Next up is Power Star Golf, a golfing game developed by Zoe Mode, which is also well known for its work on the SingStar and iToy Play series. Next up is Rise Son of Rome, an action-adventure video game developed by Crytek. The game is based control on a Roman general named Marius Titus and will feature working with Roman infantry by giving commands to them as well as quick-time events controlled finishing moves during combat. Next up is Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, it pretty much explains itself. Now we have the PlayStation 4 only lineup. Let's start with the free games, starting with Blacklight Retribution. It takes place in a science fiction setting and possesses a number of game types and maps. The game currently has no single player other than training and practice mode, pitting player against AI or bot enemies. The game types are Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Capture the Flag, Domination, King of the Hill, and Kill Confirmed. The next free-to-play title is DC Universe Online, a game that has been out on the PlayStation 3 since January, but is coming over to the PlayStation 4 straight away. And the final free-to-play game is Warframe, a cooperative third-person shooter video game, which has up to 4 players working together to complete missions such as eliminating enemies or retrieving data from terminals. Now looking at the games PlayStation Plus members can get free, starting with Contrast, a game that we recently reviewed from the PC, so we highly recommend you picking this up, especially it being free. Seriously, pick this game up, it is brilliant. And the other free game for PlayStation Plus holders is Resogun, a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up video game developed by Housemarque, the people who are behind Super Stardust HD and Super Stardust Delta. Next is Killzone Shadowfall, a game developed by Guerrilla Games and is the 4th title in the game series coming to home console. Next we have Knack, a platform beat-em-up developed by the Japanese studios of Sony Computer Entertainment and described by the game director Mark Kearney as a little bit like Crash Bandicoot and Katamari Damacy with a touch of God of War. Next we've got the Playroom. It's a collection of mini-games that use augmented reality to demonstrate the capability of the PlayStation camera, which will be pre-installed at launch on every PlayStation 4 released. Next is Super Motherload, a sequel to the hit flash game Motherload. The game is set during the Cold War era, putting you in the role of a miner sent to extract resources from, you guessed it, Mars. The areas you'll be digging through are procedurally generated, encouraging you to collect as many valuable materials as you can before having to return to the ground for fuel. And finally, we have Trine 2, the Complete Story Edition. Trine 2 is a puzzle platform video game which has been out on all other formats, including the PlayStation 3, Xbox Live Arcade, Wii U, and Windows. Now it's time to look at the games that are coming out on both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We start with Angry Birds Star Wars. Next, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Also, we have Battlefield 4. Also, Call of Duty Ghosts. Next is FIFA 14. Then Just Dance 2014. Next up we have Lego Marvel Superheroes. And then we have Madden NFL 25. Also, we have NBA 2K14. And NBA Live 14. Finally, we have Need for Speed Rivals. And every kid's favourite, Skylanders Swap Force. So there you have it, the complete launch lineup for both the Xbox One and PS4 coming out in the next couple of weeks. And remember to tune in later this week for more of the hottest news, the UK top 5 and new releases of the week, right here on This Week in Gaming.